Ghost for Elmimore, but you can see there just a little bit of pressure for Flips and doesn't like what he sees. Any util coming out against an eco is like, yeah, they're all there, so let's try the other side.
I mean, at the minimum, you saw 3 coming out with the utility, so you know that the other side should be weaker. Now, just wary of a potential trap play. Doesn't want to run into all the Killjoy util by accident, give over a free weapon or 2. So they'll make sure they clear all the corners. Paranoia used as well. So sure, rrq being thorough here on the anti-eco, but does that make their post plant slightly weaker? We'll have to keep our eye on it. Bleed all grouped up. Potentially looking just a flood retake, but it looks like they might just be waiting as it's all on classics. It's already given up the site. They say if they come out, we'll get a couple of these kills, but right now with this C site, how are we possibly retaking this one, not wanting to give away free ult points?
Yeah, no, I think this is certainly the wiser call to make in this situation. There were a few times earlier today where I thought maybe this should have happened for Zeta. They should have just ceded control and given up the spike, but absolutely, statistically speaking, the correct play. So you can't blame Bleed at all for this. Just going for a quick check. Elmimore with the Ghost isn't going to mind sacrificing this if he can do a little bit of damage, get a few more orbs.
Yeah, he wants 1. At the very least, he'll get 1 extra point, right, on that death. So with just the Ghost there, not really losing out anything. It's been a while, but the spike comes out with an ace in round as they both find themselves here on the VCT Pacific stage. This is a quick push onto B site. Yay, not able to quite land that shot. Flips eventually getting traded out, but xffero is there with the Outlaw. Jemkin wanting to make sure they get at least the spike down, and xffero right now, he's already cleared out the A side. Babydoor opened as well. That allows him to continue to put pressure all the way around as xffero has picked up this Odin.
Yeah, they've read this really nicely. I'm not sure if they're going to be ready.
Oh, the timing's a little quick. xffero just lets it pass. He lets his footsteps be heard, though, as he tries to chase through. However, Estrella now on the second lurk all the way around. Jemkin, his job is just to buy time. They have no idea that there could be a second. The spike diffuser is killed, and it's only rrq left alive for Bleed. What a setup in the post plant by rrq, and the jump back gets the peak. It's just a jiggle on both sides. rrq, too many things to consider. He also has to potentially worry about saving this Vandal. Gets the kill, he can't get out in time, and Jemkin will pick it up. 3-0 lead. Some backup as well, so now with the one-way refresh, Bleed will be a bit safer, but are they aware of Estrella being hidden across? He's already making some calls on the camera, it looks like, just asking for his teammates to continue pressure on the other side, see if he can get a cheeky kill on the lurk. Surely you suspect something with this late delay. The Prowler clearing out B site. Pressure across the entire map from rrq, even Rubble being held by xffero, still with another Outlaw in his hands.
Yeah, and that information is working a treat here because they haven't heard much coming from Mound. They're going to re-aggress towards this angle. Don't like the extra attention over towards B. Don't like going up against those Sheriffs in close quarters combat. They're actually going to use the Nightfall here. He's trying to cycle it quickly.
Yeah, but Ye might look for an opening here by the revolving door. There's the Paranoia. It's perfect for Ye. He gets 1, and it's delayed the entry, but Jemkin will clear the site. Estrella finally trading out Ye. And then there's still the lurk out in B main coming out from xffero. Spike not planted just yet. rrq not quite wary if they've already wasted too much time for the backup to arrive. They'll allow xffero to set up on Mound. He'll just come through. Doesn't want to go on the lurk with the Outlaw. Just wants to hold from outside with his teammates' turret and alarm bot set up. Now just holding outside of the smoke. Misses the first jiggle, but it is an Outlaw. It's got 2 shots. Darion tries to jiggle out of it. Won't find it. Zest, good for a headshot, but flips on the trade. rrq once again the last alive, this time a Sheriff, so surely he goes for something. Perhaps try to get that pit online in the next round, but he's going to be 2 points away as he goes down to Flip Strider once again.
Yeah, good trades here for rrq. You know, even though Bleed finds a couple nice picks, they're not unaccounted.
Bleed all full armor. They've been scared away from the half armors for the time being.
Yeah, it's a desperate round for Bleed. You know, you've been set on the back foot economically and scoreboard-wise. You certainly want to change that right. rrq is thick. Can you do anything about it here? A little bit of toying with him is Flips. He's setting up to buy a little bit of extra time for this C push.
And sure, Bleed, they know that they've been toyed with in previous rounds, so they're not overreacting to it, but even the ever slight movement from B site over to Baby Door and then potentially thinking it might be a B hit, things like that. Now getting ahead of that smoke. Jemkin already inside the site. The Haunt is there, so is the Prowler. C site giving up once again. No ultimates on either side. for an amazing retake on the set play, so they'll just have to wait to clear their angles. At the very least, Bleed holds on to Waterfall, but once again, it's a double lurk from rrq, B main, and then Baby Door as well. xFaroe now providing backup. This is another nice bait and switch for Flips. I mean, you can't possibly imagine that it's another double lurk all the way out from the A side. Zest has no idea. rrq is working this map like it's just their home ground. And now spamming through the smoke, gets planted for a mound. There is just no way Bleed can get a grasp. Running into the arms of Flips as he gets yet another kill against Yay.
Good luck, Scary.
He'll try to fight his way out of this. Oh, not even Scary. When during all of this, Flips starts to dig in. Do we have a sense of this from Darion? He realizes that's the weak part of the map. Bleed starting to communicate a bit more on where they need cover. Baby Door being watched. The possibilities of that B crunch. Very well aware of this. The Prowler right away, but Bleed just holds the left trigger. Yay will get one kill, but it's not going to be enough. B site now broken open, and Flips, does he have a timing? They start to really separate their angles here as Flips catches Darion from behind. He's coming back to help cover Baby Door as well. Estrella gets one kill, and Flips watching for anyone else left alive. Scary, is he aware that Flips has returned to stairs? He's going to peek for it, and there's that poison cloud. Scary also trying to use his own smoke to try to creep in. He's trying to let him know that he's already gotten into the site. He's going to push forward, but Flips is still ready for it. And once again, just Retla, last one alive. Bleed cannot catch a grasp on this first map, their own pick of Lotus.
Yeah, the whole time, you can sense what Flips wants to do based on his positioning as kind of the tip of the spear almost, in some ways, for rrq. Yeah, you've got Jemkin taking space towards tree, but he's pushing up towards stairs the whole time. Retla might be able to sneak one away here. Yeah, he's going to take Flips, but that's a consolation prize, and it's not a big one at all with the way the economy is. But the whole time, he's getting all this sense of the space.
Yeah, there's that crossfire through the toxic screen. They get a sight of it, and they'll just spray him down. And despite the util dump, Bleed just cannot gain control early on in the round on any of these so far. The 10 first rounds of Lotus.
Yeah, and you still have a Nightfall here for Elmimore, so this A-hold, Yay trying to play close to the door, trying to see if he can play some counter to this ult that might come through. A lot of times teams are going to do it, but he's actually going to lead with the Prowler first, and then they're going to change direction, maybe over towards B once again. They've been doing this so many times to great effect.
Yeah, then the Nightfall into B. I mean, they know that Bleed was prepared for this with the util dump on Rubble, so they're just holding on to that. Still a one-for-one trade, and Jemkin just clears the site. xFaroe's holding the angle just in case, but now they won't even take the chance. They'll go all the way to C site. rrq is here trying to make sure that they get a clean win today against Bleed Esports. And they may not even drop a round at this rate as they clean B site once straight. He saw the decay, so he thinks he has a chance, but Jemkin is just on fire off the gate, and he goes out for a crouch swing as well. The double, the teamwork for rrq, and then they back off. They've lost audio. They don't want to just barrel in without information. The overheating rrq just not present today, unfortunately for Bleed. And now Bleed slowly re-clearing the areas, but it's just the crossfires. They know Bleed, they are just starving for information. rrq waits for it, and they will be rewarded once again.
What are you supposed to do? I mean, Scary's going to have to pull off another one of those just miraculous clutches. It feels like Ye's trying to come to help him. From there, okay.
I mean, Jemkin was kind of predicting it, but that is a spike down. Now 45 seconds. xFaroe's ready for it, but he's still walking. Now a 2v2. Scary holds on to it, and Ye knows the lurk is coming. And Bleed, now just to bounce out away from that lockdown. Scary looking for a timing. We're going to see the detains come in. Darion starts to push in. The Viper's Pit has to go down off of that death. The Prowler, they know that Scary's still here, so rrq wants to push out. They want to clear this out first. They're trying to get back in. Elmimore can't, so it's all up to xFaroe. He can't get the spam through the wall. And that will be the second round for Bleed as we catches A on the entry as well. And then the toxic screen comes up. There's the decay. He does find himself in the middle of a drop, but Darion just cannot go and continue on to a second kill. You've still got the Killjoy. xFaroe over on the C side. Immediate backup from Waterfall from Flipstrider as well. Now a reset on both sides. Bleed faking the rotate. Now Elmimore, he wants to know. He hears the shot. It's good timing for that haunt.
Yeah, it's so nice to get that in there. Just waiting for this Our 2 players now sliding over for rrq. The door to fake the C hit.
Again.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be another attempt towards B.
Yeah, but xFaro's still holding that angle. He doesn't hear anything just yet. And look at this. I mean, rrq, they're all just hiding themselves until they know for certain where they want to go for the retake. Now they'll hear the plant.
Just play for trades, yeah.
Omimore's a little too low, so rrq just letting the plant go. But
my.
in fact, Bleed might be overthinking this a bit as they want to try to dwindle the numbers, but it's just too many members. The reloads come in, and eventually xFaro swings around for the trade. It's going to be rrq leading 11-2 off the pistol. Out. So Ye not going to be able to go for a bit of a duel there. But now continuing the pressure. There's that outside alarm bot, though. A lot of teams have been using this across the world, where it just gains you so much information early. You know that the full force still isn't there, so xFaro's still feeling safe here on the site. You've got that Nano Swarm that you can pop. There's that Poison Cloud as well. He pops it. No one's entering through that on an eco. Now they just have to back out. Leaves a lurk.
They have no idea what to do. I mean, they're lost, and they know they can't go up against an Outlaw without losing at least one through that push. So they're going to try to reaggress towards a different part of the map, and this is the right thing to do in this scenario for sure. But it is going to be Elmimore with a Guardian going to hear that haunt, and he's going to be waiting with open arms. Now, they did try to tuck a player in.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Yeah, they're looking for these lurks. It's in their heads.
Yeah, if rrq can get a kill here, make sure to draw the attention away from A. He goes for the shot, but here's the thing. There's still so many members of rrq alive, and they still don't see the peak. Eventually get the kill. They see it's the Viper, and now rrq knows. They still won't greed for this either. And rrq playing it patiently, playing with the numbers, doesn't want to give over any of these powerful weapons. Jerion holding close for the Stinger. Yeah, it's going to be predictable, but he'll still have to go for it. Has to shut down the crossfire coming in from rrq's retake. 2 members up, and only Scary holding an off angle next to that spike. Now the push out from Bleed, and xFaro is ready for it. He knows that they'll have to get antsy. Still one more up there, but it's going to be the swing around. Not enough members left alive for Bleed as rrq reach map point 12-2.
Thank you.
Tremendous work here from rrq.
In Group Omega, of course, still a best of 3, but this is their opponent's pick.
And you got to think with Icebox coming up next, hasn't been the best map for Bleed, so trying to right the wrongs of previous history. Certainly we see it all the time where teams are able to take their map picks off of each other, but this one starts to feel like a potential GG go next.
I mean, look at the map, right? Look at xFaro. He's already cleaned out the entire left half of the map, and Bleed, they're just trapped. But as you've called it before, Peeper, then they still feel a little lost as they just don't have any information on their own. They might sense that they are trapped, but they're not feeling confident pushing in as they're not quite sure. They just wish that there would be a peak. Normally rrq peaks, normally they overheat. Why is that not happening? That's the thought behind Bleed's head. And now a jump peak and a double, and xFaro still stabilizes for the second. Doesn't want to waste time on the reload. And now the cutoff on the backup as well from the rotation. rrq perfectly pressuring the weak points of Bleed.
And you've still got some KJ util.
Oh,
He's going to have the info, hearing all these footsteps outside of the door, but going to play it safe.
Okay.
Wait for the rest of the team to get there. The right move for sure. Flips being aware of any lurks, but there are none to be had. All 3 members of Bleed right there, and that is a great paint shells.
And the spam comes through the wall as well. I love the delayed paint shells. Make sure that they have to eat the damage at the very least, but the spam helps pick up the kill. And now just down to 2 members. I mean, a 4v3, maybe Bleed. They had a shot, but now just Darion and rrq, neither at full health. The Outlaw creeping up against him as well. Jemkin will get 1, and rrq gets 2. Can he get a 3rd? He gets it! This spot and Bleed. Can the miracle happen again? No, it will be Estrella that shuts it down. An absolute masterclass of a 13-2 scoreline for rrq.
Blink and you miss it. But rrq looking to make a statement here in stage 1.